There we go, we're back at the game here. Not quite sure what the scorelines are not showing, but QB.Fire is definitely in the lead here in this series, 4-1, as it is shown right now. Hollywood being ex-Espada, as some of you may not know. And yeah, welcome to the Best on Net Challenger series. The name's Danny, and I'm going to be gunning you through this game. I also think, yeah, Hollywood, they got the Stony player Yo in their lineup. I think he is a relatively new addition to this team. But yeah, the fact that this matchup is on Mirage, I mean, I honestly don't really see a world where QB.Fire could actually end up losing this one. They're quite a strong team here on a map like Mirage. Not sure what to expect from Hollywood on the other hand. I would say not the most amount of it, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. As right now, QB.Fire about to throw some of those smokes here on the A side, on the B side. Pardon me. Luke though is actually gonna hit one of the players. That's Jimka of the equation. But now Luke, I really want to see his point of view. How on earth is he gonna be able to hold this one off? Players down. They're jumping down to the B side. They're gonna have to hold this one off. Romy though is gonna kill one. Waterfalls, pretty good refract from his point of view, but now look at Vumich go. He's gonna kill one more. Valina finally kills Yo, and Darkside alongside Trevel. They're pretty much stuck here. I mean, try to win this one, pretty much impossible at this point in time. Darkside though, with the CZ, actually dinks. Okay, that's pretty dink to be having. Look at the players from QB.Fire. They're actually very low in HP. Valina in particular, but Darkside, he's got more HP than both the players combined, and I don't know if that's going to be enough to win the round. Darkside, though, he's going to drop that 5-1 lead here for QBF. Well, I think the one round at Hollywood did, the one round they were actually able to pick up was that very first gun round, but that's about it apparently. That is about it. Maybe they're gonna be finding more success on gun rounds, on upcoming gun rounds. Oh, yikes! It runs into pretty much a stagger towards connector. 3 players just gunning him down. You only have the Mac 10, which isn't that big of a loss, but yeah, that's still gonna be the round here for QB.Fire. They end up losing only 1 Mac 10, which, like I said, it's not the biggest of losses for a team like QBF. And Hollywood, that's a bit problematic. They don't have the necessary money to invest, per se, in a sniper rifle, but having the M4s, it's not that bad as well. Hollywood. That's kind of an interesting name, I'd say, for a team like this. They were Espada. I'm pretty sure Espada probably dropped these players, and now they've renamed themselves. And whoa, no, they've actually, yes, one player. Oh my goodness, Vumich is actually just gonna get the full-on one-tap on Romy. I want to say that the player Valina has missed roaming that scenario, but Vumich is able to correct me. No, it was intentional. He just wanted to get the one-tap straight up. Darkside and Trevel probably even consider about saving their guns at this point, because look at the players. Look at the players there from Hollywood. They're probably just going to try to save these rifles, and if they do, that's still relatively good for him. They're going to be having some extra firepower in the upcoming round, on which I'm pretty sure Hollywood players will not go for a forced buy. Maybe partial buy, having some of those upgraded pistols, some of those shall I say, armors as well. But yeah, Vumich, hero of the round like this, just running and gunning people. Kvik though, trying to go for the hunt. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to spot all the players that quick, to be honest. Oh, see what I did there? Anyhow, I think if you're Darkside, yeah, don't even think about peeking. It's very dissatisfying to see when players, they're trying to go for a save, they're trying to save up their guns, and at the very last possible second or so, they still end up peeking like some weird ass angle. That is so, that's so bad, to be honest. If you're saving your gun, and you've been able to sit on for say one corner for the next 20 or so seconds, do it for the 5 or so remaining seconds of the round. Just save your gun, and it's good to see that they're able to do so, because mistakes like that are even made in the higher up echelon of Counter-Strike. Good to see Darkside and Trevel able to keep their calm, and the pause has been lifted. Pretty sure that was a tactical pause more than anything from Hollywood. Gonna be able to save those guns, and like I said, you know, Hollywood not gonna be seeing a straight up force buy from their point of view, just a partial buy, like those upgraded pistols being purchased, the armors as well, boomish. That's okay. That's one way to throw the window smoke. Because now taking mid control is gonna be very easy for a team like QBF. They should realize one very simple fact: is that Hollywood, they're probably not going to be having the most amount of money in a round like this. Yes, they may have the rifles, the M4s that have been saved up, but that is about it. Waterfalls, though, right around the corner. That's a good flash coming in there. Nicely thrown flash, and okay, that's a pretty good setup. Trouble does get tagged down a bit, not the most of it. Oh, Jimka, though. First man in, flash coming in as well. Darkside, how is nobody killing him so far? Oh no, this is bad. Waterfalls is actually gonna drop that. That's the bomb being dropped as well. That's so bad. That is very bad for QBF. They had 3 guys up in the middle. 2 of them already died towards the ladder room, and Waterfalls, he was just pretty much stuck there. There was nothing much he could have done. Yo. Yeah, that's a pretty good angle, I will admit. It's a good thing that, oh, actually no, I would say it's a good thing that with players, the fact that he actually goes for that angle, it pretty much, for me, is obvious that someone's gonna have to watch his top mid, but apparently no. In that scenario, Luke wasn't really watching his top mid, interestingly enough. Anyhow, 7-2, Hollywood, congratulations. They're able to pick up their very second gun round win. And to be honest, if they're going to be able to get a consecutive round here as well, QB.Fire, they might just have to go for a good old-fashioned eco. So definitely keep up the pace. Ooh, not quite sure what's up with the frame drops there. If they're going to be able to keep up the pace here, pardon me, Hollywood, they might just be able to reset the money game here for a team like QBF. Boomish, that's one way to throw the Molotov. Nicely being done. Hollywood, though, they're going to have to hold this one off. Not sure if it's going to be possible. Jimka, first man in. Vumich burning down Romy. And this is looking nice. Very nice way to entry on your way to the side. Hollywood, it's pretty much impossible to win the round at this point. Truffle, yes, he may kill quick. And Darkside, he might just be able to kill Waterfalls. Hold on a minute. This isn't looking that bad as I might have thought. Vumich, though, doesn't really have to peek the player, but he will. He's not also going to drop that. Darkside doing a pretty good job at it, and now Trevel. This is looking good. This is looking quite good for him. He's actually going to kill one more guy. Made that a 1 versus 1. Trevel. Now he is in a position to win this round. Will he? That's a whole nother question, but Jimka will he go for the peek? The bomb is planned for him. It should be his round, and so it will. That was risky, though. That was way too risky for QBF. Some of the engagements we saw them take is questionable, to say the least. You know, Quick trying to kill the jungle guy. I mean, overcommitment from his point of view. He could definitely make that assumption. But obviously, if you're QB.Fire, you know, you're probably feeling confident going against a team like Hollywood. I don't know, you're probably not feeling too much pressure. But that's the thing, you know, when you're not feeling any sort of pressure, you're feeling like, oh, we are the better team. Sometimes some really stupid mistakes can be made, and well, I wouldn't say that's a stupid mistake from Jimka. It's just that the timing doesn't really work out for him. Hollywood, that's a very good push from their point of view. That was a very, very nice push to see. Wimich, though, that's... I don't think the smoke landed in its destination. It's supposed to block off any vision from connector. I don't think that was possible. That's a flash being thrown out, I think, from one of his teammates right now. But yo, he's gonna pick up the AK-47. QB.Fire, they're dropping like flies so far. Vumich and Waterfalls, they're still alive. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but maybe not anymore. Darkside kills Vumich. And Waterfalls, he has no idea But there's a player already coming in from behind. He might just be able to kill him though. But honestly, I don't think that's going to be possible. Yep, players coming in from behind, travel as well, and that's a pretty good round for Hollywood. They start things off strong. They get the opening frag on, I think it was Jimka. They get the opening frag. They recover the AK-47. Kvik goes for a pretty risky play, arguably. Yes, it could have worked out if he's able to kill one guy, but the way Hollywood players were positioned, they had a guy on stairs, they had a guy under wood, and they also had a guy up in default, so it's just quite difficult, I'd say, to win the round from that point onward. QB.Fire, they actually go for the investment. Vumic, not wasting any time, goes for the P90. That was dropped by Kvik, interestingly enough. The Pro 90. Not sure if it's going to be the most useful weapon, to be completely honest with you. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Maybe we're going to be proved wrong. The P90, P standing for Pro, Professional. So understandably, it might work out here quite well. For the terrorist side. I'm still playing this one quite slowly, I'll be honest with you. Oh, look at this. Vumic is oh, he actually made his way through here. No one's really watching jungle from the CD side. This could be problematic, to be honest. Quick, though, with the deagle. Not going to be expecting a guy coming up from behind them. There we go. Hollywood, they're going for the push. Quick is going to kill one, which is quite good. But now, look at the T players. They're pretty much all over the map at this point. Jimka is about to kill Darkside, and I'm pretty sure we could call this day here for QBF. Vumic about to kill one, maybe the second guy as well, but that is good enough. This is a good round here for QBF. Well, let's jump in back into the game. I was a bit away, so to speak, real quick, but didn't really miss much of the action. So now we're back into this matchup. Hollywood, I mean, they still got the AWP in the hands of Luke, which is quite a devastating weapon, but that Molotov forces him out of position. Pretty good Molotov to be thrown out here, but Luke is gonna recover it yet again. Jimka, though, that's a good angle for Luke to be taken. Gonna kill one player as Jimka out, but that is the problem. Not only does Luke kill Jimka, but look at Darkside, his teammate. They've actually made their way through Underpass back towards T-spawn. There's no way in the world QBF is going to be expecting a flank that fast. Smokes have been thrown out. Hollywood, though, really comes down to hold, though. If the hold is not good enough, the flank may not be as good as one might think, but they're doing a pretty good job here. Luke is about to kill one more, and yep, there's no way in the world. Waterfalls left to 1 versus 4, make that a 1 versus 2, but that is all he gets, the 2 frags. I guess overall it wasn't that bad there for QBF. It's just that the flank, the flank comes in, and there's really nothing much more the boys at QBF can do. It's just way too fast enough, and they just couldn't really react. This does mean, though, QBF don't have quite a lot of money here. They have to go for an eco here. And with this eco in mind, probably Hollywood is going to get 5 rounds on the CD side. If they get 5 rounds on the CD side, they may still be in a position to get even 6 here, because QBF only going to be able to pick up the round after this one. It will, so to speak, have a chance to pick up the round. Not necessarily, though. The Glocks. Yeah, probably not. Not the best of weapons here with the Glocks, but they are eco weapons, so can't expect much for QBF. Maybe Quick somehow could kill a guy. I have no idea how, but I mean, it's possible, so to speak. Even though Glocks do very little damage in a game of Counter-Strike, they can still kill people. That's probably the most annoying factor of it. They can still kill people, even though you might be having full up armor, an M4 if you will, but then comes in the Glock. Anyway, QBF, it's about time to actually go for some sort of push, I'd say. There's really, I'd say, not much of a necessity to be holding this passively anymore. Just try to get this round over with as soon as possible. Think about the gun round. Molina making his way. He's actually going to kill Treble, oddly enough. That's an M4 in his pocket. Okay, maybe it's not that bad. Quick's going to drop Molina as well. Okay, it's pretty much over at this point. 5-9. Hollywood finally making a go at it there. Finally able to get a consecutive round here, which is very nice to see. Even though it is at the latter stages of this first half, but hey, it's still not that bad. 5-9. Okay, it doesn't look like Hollywood will consider trying to go for a fast play towards something like apps like they did before. They're actually going to try to put Romy in a good position, and let me tell you something, Romy is in a good position. They could think about throwing a deep flash, but it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like... Oh, is that no flashes, no nothing. He's just going to walk up right here, straight up in Volina's face. So Volina's going to drop dead. Quick, though, replies. That's quite a good frag. But Waterfall is just coming in through the smoke of all places. Now, if you're Hollywood at this point, you're probably confused, like, where on earth are these T's coming from? They could be anywhere at this point. Even though Romy is going to kill Vumich, I think if you're Waterfalls, you have to be very careful. You're in a very good position. You don't really want to give away your life. As simple as that. If he... Oh, you might, and he may not. As Romy is going to get his third kill in the game. You got to be very careful, Luke, though. I don't know if they realize his position, but so far so good here for QBF. They've made their way to the side. Luke is finally gonna drop dead. Bomb is also gonna get planted. Quick alongside Jimka. Oh, Romy though, he's coming in here, gonna kill Quick, so now it's all up to Jimka. And now Jimka 1 versus 1, and he's gonna get the kill at the end. 10-5 is a pretty good scoreline, I'd say, for QBF. Probably were expecting to make the lead even greater, but the way things have gone, I mean, can't say they're gonna be very dissatisfied. I think they're gonna be somewhat satisfied. Hollywood, though, I don't know what to expect from this team on the T side of Mirage. Maybe it's gonna be a bit better. We're gonna have to wait and see. Really, it's gonna come down to them. That's what I'd say. If you get the pistol round rolling, you can actually get some momentum going as well. Not only will you have acquired 1 round, but a possibility to claim 2 rounds after that. So it's going to be quite important, I'd say, for a team like Hollywood. QBF, maybe not so much. If they do get it, it's pretty much going to extend their lead even further, which would be very dissatisfying for a team like Hollywood. But hey, let's see. What can we see here on the second half of Mirage? Thank you all for tuning in to the Bets.net Challenger Series. The name's Danny, and let's get this game rolling, shall we? Interestingly enough, no diffuse kits from the QBF side. They're just going to go for the straight-up armor investment. This, though, the setup, not really going to work out for QBF. They only have 1 guy at the B side, which means that Hollywood will have an easy time entering the side. This is a bit problematic, as the retake could get tricky, though. Darkseid just runs into his crosser, and even though I said the retake could be tricky, already we're in a 5 versus 3. Make that a 5 versus 2. Where is the bomb, though? Finally, it's going to get planted, but I don't say it doesn't matter that much. QBF absolutely obliterating the opposition. Romy's going to drop, and Hollywood, they lose the round in a very, very convincing fashion. Absolutely insane retake from QBF. I guess we could in a way, put the blame on some of the T players, as they do try to get those engagements going from the get-go, trying to clear out something like Kitchen, which is quite unnecessary, so to speak. The short guy, I think he also was the first one to drop. And then after that, I mean, it's a 5 versus 3. At that point, the T's, they have to go for the fights. They have to get something going for them, because if they keep on holding the passive angles, they're just gonna get out-aimed, pretty much. Alone to 5 here. Run boost. Not sure if it's gonna be very successful, but well. Okay, Quick has been spotted out. Does really want to drop to a P250 player. That's what I'd say. Waterfalls that here to help him out, and so much, yeah, so much for a round like this for Hollywood. It's pretty much gonna go in favor of QBF. Not really being able to accomplish anything, but yeah, 12 to 5. Hollywood, finally we're going to be seeing an investment from their side. That's nice to see. AK-47, still not the most amount of utility, so to speak, because we saw them buying up those P250s, I think maybe even a deagle. And when you think about it, one deagle is an equivalent to a smoke grenade and one flash grenade. So honestly, probably they should have considered of maybe just sticking with the Glocks. Then they would have had a bit more utility in that scenario. Well, now, AK-47s, like I said, they do end up coming out here, and look at Vilmich. The speed is going in here. And that's the thing. That's the problem for Hollywood. They don't have a single guy towards the B side. So now if Vilmich does want to, he can continue on pushing forward. And once he does, I mean, worst case scenario, he ends up dropping the MP9. But also, he's gathering the intel. Look at the intel being gathered. This is absolutely insane for Vilmich. And, of course, QBF. Quick though, he's got to be a bit careful. He's only on 24 points of health. He's holding the off angle, which is quite good. Whoop. Okay, there's actually one player. I think he has sneaked up through Palace, but now look at Vilmich go. He's going to kill Darkside, and really, if you're even Trevel in that scenario, do you really want to take the fight? Oh, Flash coming in. Trevel is probably going to win it. Yes, he will. That's still, I wouldn't say that bad of a trade-off for Hollywood. Yoi though is actually going to jump under, and they're also going to kill Quick, so this is a good round for QB, pardon me, Hollywood all of a sudden. It's 1 versus 3. Jimka probably going to be able to win this one, even though Trevel is quite low in HP. The 1 versus 3 is simply not looking likely enough. Jimka though, I mean, yo, doesn't really have to go for the fight at that point. He does get dinged, but that ding only does what? 8 points of damage, interestingly enough. Right now, if you're Junka, let's take a look at the money game real quick. Honestly, yeah, definitely consider going for a save, because if you do go for a save right here, right now, I think QBF might actually consider even going for a force buy, to be honest. Even though players like Quick and Valina may not have the necessary rifles, but probably even the UMPs, you know, MP9s, get those, and it's still could be a good round here for QBF. Well, they do it. Yep, it does look so. No UMPs, as I might have anticipated. There's going to be straight up rifles for every single player, even though you have some of those FAMASs do come out. But at the same time, you get a FAMAS, you get some extra utility, which is nice. But yeah, right now, consecutive rounds. On the second half, it really comes down to getting consecutive round wins. Vilmich is going to get one of Waterfalls in here to help him out, and QBF, so far, they're falling on the A side defense. Hollywood, they have a pretty good opening. Right now, the question is, oh, that's a pretty good nade. That is one hell of a good nade. Flash as well. Luke, though, playing aggressive. Valina's gonna drop. And Jimka with Quick. Yeah, Quick's has been smoked off. I mean, there's nothing much you can do. Push with the smoke. That's quite the risky play from Quick, but there's a flash. Good flash as well, but Luke is a bit quicker. So now Jimka probably again just gonna go back in the save, and this time around once QBF is gonna save, I'm pretty sure every single player would also go for a save. They're gonna have to build up some of that money, and so far Hollywood, 6th round for them. Make that 7th relatively soon. let's get this started, shall we? That's the thing, right? Hollywood probably is going to be able to win this one. If that means that they're going to win this round as well. The difference between the scorelines is only going to be 4 rounds. And honestly, then Hollywood definitely have a chance of making their way back into this game. Vumich first man in. If you're on the other side of the barrel, Vumich's gun to be exact, you got to be careful. And that is why the player, the B-Ops defender, is going to back away there from the T side. And honestly, look at the players towards connector. There's quite a lot of players there. 2 of them are going to drop dead. Romy, though, spots out Waterfalls. That's an easy frag for him. I think... Oh, no, he doesn't see Valina. Valina could get the timing right. There we go. Finally pounces. Probably could have done so a bit quicker and saved his teammate. But still, Valina and Vumich, they're alive. They've got the guns. 2 AK-47s to be exact. This isn't looking that bad here. Vumich, if he gets the headshot angle... then the sort of damage he could get isn't that bad, to be honest. Oh no, Luke is going to kill Valina. And now Vumich pretty much stuck there in connector. Treble is going to drop him. And yeah, I mean, timing, it could have been correct there for Vumich if he actually goes for the straight up peek there. Only shows off his head. Doesn't really matter if he gets aim punched to oblivion because he only can see his head, and that would have been a headshot nonetheless. I would still say that's a pretty good round for QBF, all things considering. They end up dropping 3 T players. That means that 3 guys have to reinvest in their economy. You know, it's not looking as good as one might think. But this is the real challenge for Hollywood. They're up against the QBF. That's got a pretty good buy in a round like this. I do like the fact that Vumich, you know, has been this sort of on the entry fragging role on the CD side, so to speak. He's got the confidence. Why not? I mean, if he's got the confidence to go for this sort of plays, definitely do so. It's just that if they don't work out for say, a second time in a row, probably consider playing a bit more passively. But so far, definitely go for him. The one problem I do see in this setup is that Vumich, he can still get quite easily flashed off. I don't think that anyone's playing anti-flash position there towards middle. Yo is gonna kill Vumich. That is a bit problem. Oh, they also missed the window smoke. Means that Waterfalls can actually still reposition. Almost could have landed the shot. There we go. Finally kills Yo. But now in a position to kill Darkside as well. Waterfalls. That is insane. That is some sick movement. But now let's take a look at the B side. Who is it? It's actually Jimka trying to hold things down. But no, he's going to drop it now. Quick. Talk about important holes. This be one of them gun drops bomb carrier. That is quite good, to be honest. Molina and Waterfalls, they're going to try to make this one as fast as possible. And because the bomb, it still has to be recovered, the precious time is dwindling. Trouble, yeah, he's going to plant the ball to you for default. Now they have to be careful about short and kitchen in particular. Waterfalls coming there from window. He's actually going to get killed. And now Valina left in 1 versus 1. Luke, the flash, it's not good enough. And Valina is actually going to drop. And Hollywood winning quite the crucial round here. If there's anything we should know about QBF, is that rounds like these, I mean, mistakes were made. And once they do end up losing, I'd say a silly round like that one, they're the ones to take a tactical timeout. They're the ones to rethink things through, and then keep on moving forward. That's the one thing I praise them in the major qualifier, in the major itself. But now we're not seeing anything of it. You know, Hollywood is about to make the scoreline 10-12, and really, if no tactical pause is going to be taken out from the likes of QBF, that's going to be very odd. Jimka, yeah, probably consider backing away. If he spots only one guy, probably he should continue on taking the fight, but the fact that there are 2 guys there, not the easiest of ways of getting frags. He's gonna try to repeat them again, Jimka. I think he spots them out, but it does appear that Yo is a bit quicker. Honestly, Hollywood, I do respect the way they're playing. You know, this is quite the respectful way of Counter-Strike. You know, Hollywood, they're not going for any fast pushes at a round like this. They're playing quite passively, to be honest. They're respecting QBF because they are expecting these sort of fast plays. Yo, man, almost actually gets the frag. To be honest, right about now, with 40 seconds on the clock, now they should consider regrouping. We're finally actually seeing it happening here from the Hollywood side. They're going to regroup. They're going to try to hit the A side, and so far so good for Hollywood. As they're entering their side, there's no one really standing a chance. Quake isn't CD, which isn't that bad. Gonna knock out one rifle, but that's about it. Can't expect too much for Quick. As Treble, the first man in with the flank. 12 to 10 now. Make it a 2-round difference. This is looking quite good here for Team Blank Hollywood. Remember, the first half ended in 10 to 5, favoring QBF. So far, 5 rounds in a row for Hollywood. That's pretty good. Well now, QBF. I think if you're Vumich, I do want to take a look where is he stationed at. Yeah, he's somewhere towards kitchen. I don't think we're going to be seeing any aggressive plays from Boomich, at least maybe not from the get-go. The fact that Chimka's lining up a smoke grenade, we could actually see him trying to go aggressive yet again. To be honest, the aggression hasn't been really working out the past couple of rounds, so if you're Vumich, you should definitely reconsider your options here. Looks like Hollywood won't. They're just going to continue on with the push as they did from the get-go. Waterfall still somehow surviving. Oh, the Molotov is going to finish him. He's going to finish him, and he's going to sit and burn. Hollywood now, they've got the bomb site control. That is nice to see, but with that bomb site control in mind, it has to be planted. There we go. Punching in the numbers, and QBF. That's a disadvantageous position for them. Dude, you got to think about this one. Do they really want to consider winning? Do they really want to consider trying to go for the win here? This may not be the easiest of rounds here. Flashes do rain in. They're doing a pretty good job at it. Valina's going to kill Treble. This is looking quite good for them. Now, QBF definitely should continue on with the push. Now it's all up to Luke, and he misses the shot. Quick, though. Oh, no. Quick finally gets the frag. But does he have the time? He doesn't. He doesn't have the time. He has to back away. It's going to be 12 to 11 at this point. And Hollywood, what a hold from them. Absolutely insane. Gonna survive with what? The AWP? That's good for QBF's Quick, but to be honest, like Hollywood, they're getting the momentum going. It's really come down to them getting the initial frags, and so far they've been very successful at it. The A side has been arguably quite problematic for QBF. They're gonna have to be very careful in these upcoming rounds, especially if Hollywood is gonna consider going back towards the A side. And look at this, Hollywood. They're also starting to get some of that confidence going. You know, they're gonna be able to clear out something like top mid relatively easily. Oh, Waterfalls though, that I'm not quite sure how I feel about Waterfalls going for it. I mean, he knows that if he jumps down, isn't able to get a frag, that's rip. You know, he's gonna drop that. Yes, he's able to get a frag this time around, but once he gets the frag, he drops dead because not only are there people in underpass, 2 of them, there are also guys in top mid. As an in-game leader, Waterfalls, that was a very bad move. They should have considered having a guy in connector. Then Waterfalls might have a player back them up, but so far this is just looking horrible for QBF. I did like the setup in ramp though. We saw the guy, 2 guys in fact, one of them pushing up to the corner and a smoke being thrown out right behind him. That was pretty neat, but other than that, I do see Hollywood again claiming another round victory for him. Let's see though. Yeah, the A side is completely abandoned. Like the A side, it is completely free. It has been given away, and understandably so. You know, QBF, they're putting all of their eggs on the B side. You know, on the B basket, so to speak. Because if it does end up going for, say, for an A play, right? And if they give it up the side, whatever, they got free guys on the B side that are gonna be able to hold on to their weapons and save them for the upcoming round. If it would have been a B-bomb side hit, then a team like QBF can maximize their chances at winning that round, because the 3 versus 5, so to speak, if it comes down to them pushing the B side, they have a much better chance of winning that round, QBF. So, obviously, not bad. I will admit that is not bad here by QBF, the way they end up playing this latter stage of the half, but pardon me, of the round. But the start, it was absolutely atrocious. And well, how many rounds in a row? I think, yeah, 7 rounds in a row here for Hollywood. 12-12. Finally, a pause does come in. I'm very surprised we didn't see that earlier, to be honest. The thing, like I said, I gotta sound like a broken record, but QBF, the one thing a lot of people did respect them was all those tactical timeouts. You know, they realized that, well, we lost a serious round, a crucial round. Let's just take the time to think about what's our approach in the upcoming round, or what was the problem why we lost that round previously. Or just, of course, a timeout, a great way to actually rethink your progress, like what is your approach onto the game, these upcoming rounds. And of course, it's a good opportunity just to get a breather. Very nice to see that to be the case, but this game, not so much. I think this is the very first pause actually happening from QBF. Well, it does look like a team like QBF will invest right here. I don't know if this is the correct choice, but honestly, they're gonna try to win this one out as soon as possible because, to be honest, you know, Hollywood, they've been starting to get that momentum. And that's, of course, very, very scary for a team like QBF. And, of course, the tilt factor. Gotta be careful about it. Quick, of course, missing the shot, has to back away at this point. Doesn't really have to continue on fighting, as he could end up losing his life, and that'd be very bad for his team. Nothing much happening here on the map, to be completely honest with you. Like, Hollywood, now they've actually taken up mid control, which is nice to see. The Wendigo, I'm pretty sure, yeah, that the Wendigo is actually Waterfall, so now up in the ladder room. Is not in a bad position, and if he's able to play off quick relatively well. Oh, flash coming in. That's a pretty good flash. It's just that Vic not finding anything, to be honest. Again, something tells me, oh, they could actually be winning this one, but Vumic gets 2. And now Vumic, yeah, he's gonna get killed from behind the CDI of Volina. It's about his time to shine, to be honest, because Hollywood, they're going to be able to plant the bomb. Volina not peeking just yet. The smoke is a bit too deep. And to be honest with you, Volina has to wait for his teammates at this point. He can't not be the first man to try and go for this retake. Has to wait for his teammates. That is problematic because Lou's going to kill one. Romy is about to kill Volina, and looks like Hollywood. 13-12 in their name. This is obviously not good for a team like QBF. To be honest, oh, I don't know. Again, they're going for the investment here. Like, that's the problem, isn't it? That's a bit problematic, isn't it? Because they've been going for these constant force buys, they're starting to run out of money. Even though, yes, they're getting the maximum lose money bonus, but that is only 3,400 bucks, which means that it's not necessarily the enforced being won, it's FAMASA's, guns like that. Waterfall's on the op though, he might just be able to get a frag. There we go, that is a good start for QBF. Treble though, ooh, that was actually a bit dissatisfying for Treble. It does end up peeking. Not only is there one guy there, but there's 2. And when he does decide to back away, Yo ends up blocking him in the process, which is a bit dissatisfying. But in the end, I do see QBF finally picking up a proper gun run here. Flashes. Quite a lot of flashes being thrown out there. Vumic though, actually, yeah, he's gonna win the duel against Luke, and I do see QBF finally picking up I guess we could say their very first gun round here, to be honest. Their very first gun round here against Hollywood happens quite late in the half, but it does happen at the very end. Romy's gonna consider saving his AK, to be honest. I think. But no, he's in top mid. Still gonna try to clench this one out. Maybe make it a bit more expensive here for QBF. If you're gonna be able to do so, that's pretty good if you're Romy. But I don't think, yeah, he's gonna drop dead at their middle. 13-13 is the scoreline. And QBF, yes, they're gonna be able to buy up here, but the scariest thing right now is if QBF ends up losing this round. If QBF ends up losing this one, honestly, I see Hollywood just running away with this one because their economy game is just gonna get reset. They're gonna get absolutely decimated in that scenario. Spots out one, but he's gotta be careful. There's another guy right around the corner. They kill him, and they also drop the bomb. Finally. Okay, it does look like QBF finally with some pace here. That's nice. That's nice to see. They're finally getting the confidence here. Volina picking up 2 crucial frags in that scenario. And Hollywood, what are they gonna do right now? Because the problem is, that is also the bomb dropped. If those would have been just 2 players dying, whatever. They still have the bomb in their possession, but right now, they have to recover the bomb, and I don't really see a scenario where QB.Fire ends up losing this one. Oh, Jimka, he's way too quick there for Luke. Quite risky peek, I will admit, but he is able to come out on top. 50 seconds. Trevel and Romy. What are they gonna do at this point? I was saying the fact that QBF, they could actually get money screwed in this scenario, but honestly, Hollywood, they're not doing better themselves, to be honest, because they will lose this round in particular. They're gonna have to make quite a choice. Either they eco or they have to go for a force buy. In that force buy, they're probably just gonna be having those pistols in mind. So yeah, if you're Trevel in this scenario, consider saving your gun, to be honest. It does look like Hollywood will take, I guess we could call it the smarter approach, to be honest, at this point. Right? Yes, Maxi? Is it what you did there? I do end up saying some of the words more often than others. I guess it's a bit problematic, me not being a native English speaker, but I mean, there's always room to improve upon, and so can Hollywood. If they end up, say, just going with this sort of partial buy that they have here, they're going to be having the proper guns. You know, they're going to be having those AK-47s. And then, maybe then they still have a chance here. But even the pistols here, Darkside's going to kill Quick. That looked very easy. That looked very easy there for Darkside to get that frag. Quick ends up dropping. But there's Vumic here with the frag. Like, Vumic, he has been the heavy hitters for QBF. Waterfalls as well doing a pretty good job. QBF. Again, you know, with them losing the initial frag, this isn't the first time we're seeing this. They're playing relatively passively. They're not going to try to give away too much. Vumic's position is sort of good. It's just that Jimka... looks like Jimka's going to check it. And yeah, there's pretty much no way in the world Luke is able to survive that one. But now 20 seconds of the clock. Hollywood, they have to make their way here. They're making progress here. Vumic is not going to survive that one. That'd be too insane if he would have. The pistols, though, yeah, it's pretty much ripped here for Hollywood. 15-13. quite hard. You know, that's quite hard to win a round like that. They did have a good start at killing Quick, but that's about it. Now, this round, quite important. You know, Hollywood, if they're able to win this one, they're still sort of in the game. They can still try to fight for overtime, but if they end up losing this one, it's pretty much QB.Fire just claiming 16 to 13. Oh, this is actually quite fast, even too fast. Waterfalls had no idea a play like that could be happening that fast. Quick though, has got to consider about a possibility. Players coming in there towards short. Luke is gonna kill Kvik, and if you're Vumic, yep, he's gonna kill the guy right behind him. And now look at the players. Look at the players from Hollywood. They're pretty much all over the map. Volina and Jimka. I don't know what there's more to say. Volina's gonna drop, and honestly, Jimka, he's far away from the action. And wow, looks like Hollywood, they're in the game. You know, they're still in the game. This is not it. Hollywood, they're gonna try to fight for overtime, and honestly, that's looking very likely. Jimka, yeah, save it. Try to save that sniper rifle because your team doesn't have the most amount of money. If Jimka's gonna save the op, then obviously QB.Fire gonna be having a bit more firepower in the upcoming round, because honestly only Waterfalls is the only guy who can buy an M4. The rest of the guys not so much, and Jimka looks like he's gonna be able to survive, which is nice to see. But QB.Fire, I mean, they're not doing so good here. A pause has to be taken at this point. They have to consider what are their options. Alright. This is important, right? This is very important for QB.Fire to actually end up winning this one. Or it could actually be Hollywood ending up winning this round, and then we'd be heading over to overtime. Like QB.Fire and their online results, they're not looking good. But that's a good start. That's a very good start. Vumic and Waterfalls killing people. Not quite sure why we're not seeing them getting the frags though. That's a bit dissatisfying. Luke though could actually kill even quick in that scenario, but this round not looking that good. Luke though jumping down, but he doesn't kill Quick. Somehow Quick survives, and that's gonna be 16 to 14 in favor of QB.Fire. I mean, well, I guess that's one way of winning a very important game here at the Best.net Challenger Series. Congrats to QB.Fire, but Hollywood, they definitely played relatively well. We gotta give credit for Hollywood. They definitely made the comeback possible, but at the very end, it's QB.Fire that do end up coming out on top. Thank you all for tuning in to the Best.net Challenger Series, as this is our third best of one, and it's done so. Our fourth one is about to come up. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Spirit against, I'm not quite sure who though. Definitely stay tuned for that matchup, as it's going to be coming up relatively soon.